Namaste. So, how is everything going on? Happy? Happy. Why not? We have also started with the lecture, so you must be happy. Now, see, in lecture 1, we did the halogen derivatives of alkanes. In that, we started with definitions. We are already done with the definitions. Then we went to classification. We have done classification on the basis of number of halogen, wherein the categories were mono and poly, depending on whether the hydrocarbon is alkane, alkene, alkyne, or arene. Now today I am moving to further classification, that is section 2, that is part 2, wherein we'll be classifying further the monohalogen derivatives of alkanes, whose common name is, I'm waiting for you, I know the name. Common name is alkyl halide and the IUPAC name is, सर नोटबुक में नहीं देखने का, IUPAC name is haloalkane. So let us do classification of monohalogen derivatives, further how we can move. Wherever you are not able to see the board clearly, you can simply click so that you will get a bigger picture of that thing. Now see, I am further classifying alkyl halides, that is I am going to point 2 where I am writing further classification of alkyl halides. Further classification of alkyl halides. RX, alkyl halides. Further classification of alkyl halides, and the classification is on the basis of nature of carbon. The classification is on the basis of nature of carbon. Classification is on the basis of nature of carbon. Right? How many types of carbon atom are known to you? There are 4 types of carbon atom: primary carbon, secondary carbon, tertiary carbon, quaternary carbon. Primary carbon is that carbon which is directly attached to one more carbon. Secondary carbon is that carbon which is directly attached to 2 more carbon. Or tertiary carbon is that which is directly attached to 3 other carbon. And quaternary is obviously that which is attached to 4 other carbon. Now I hope you know the valency of carbon. Carbon atomic number is 6. Carbon electronic configuration is 2, 4. Number of valence electrons are 4. So to complete the octet it needs 4 more electrons. So carbon will be making how many bonds? 4 bonds, obviously, just like the Surya bulb. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 5 दिखता है 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bonds carbon can make. Now I said primary carbon, secondary carbon, tertiary carbon, quaternary carbon. Quaternary specifically is that carbon which is attached to 4 other carbons. Here one carbon, here one carbon, here also, and as well as here. So once if a carbon is attached to 4 other carbons, obviously I cannot attach anything else to that carbon. So we will not have any halogen on a quaternary carbon. So on the basis of nature of carbon, how many types of alkyl halides will be there? Once again I am repeating, on the basis of nature of carbon, how many types of alkyl halides will be there? We will have only 3 types: primary alkyl halide, secondary alkyl halide, and a tertiary alkyl halide. So here we will just bifurcate it into 3 categories of monohalogen derivatives. 3 categories of monohalogen derivatives on the basis of nature of carbon into primary alkyl halide, secondary alkyl halide, and a tertiary alkyl halide. Primary alkyl halide, secondary alkyl halide, and a tertiary alkyl halide. So 3 categories: primary alkyl halide, secondary alkyl halide, and a tertiary alkyl halide. I hope this much is clear. Now we go to the definition. Yeah. So what will be a primary alkyl halide? Primary alkyl halides are those alkyl halides. Primary alkyl halides are those alkyl halides. Those alkyl halides in which halogen atom is attached to primary carbon atom. Primary alkyl halides are those alkyl halides in which halogen atom is attached to primary carbon. I am writing in which dash X, that is halogen, is on primary. Primary carbon is also called 1 degree carbon. So primary alkyl halides are those alkyl halides in which halogen atom is attached to a primary carbon atom. Those alkyl halides in which halogen is on a primary carbon. And a primary carbon is that carbon atom which is directly attached to one other carbon atom. Hence, the functional group of primary alkyl halide will be a X, that is a halogen, on a carbon, and carbon is attached to only one other carbon. General representation of carbon is R. Remaining two valencies of carbon I will just block by writing H. I'll block by writing H. But this is a functional group, right? So I'll not write anything here. I'll not write anything here. Not write anything here directly. But to show the functional group, I'll say dash CH2X. दो वैलेंसी कार्बन का हाइड्रोजन ने satisfy किया, बाकी एक हाइड्रोजन ने satisfy किया. Now we go to general structure of primary alkyl halides. General structure of primary alkyl halides. Now R will come, so I'll write R CH2X. Then we go to example of primary alkyl halide. We are be getting, instead of R I can write any R, say Chatri, Chattu, I. Common name ethyl iodide, IUPAC name iodoethane. Common name ethyl iodide and IUPAC name is iodoethane. So that's primary alkyl halide. Once again I am repeating. Primary alkyl halides are those alkyl halides in which the halogen atom is attached to a primary carbon atom, that is that carbon which is directly attached to one other carbon atom. Functional group dash CH2 dash X. जनरल स्ट्रक्चर R डैश, साथ में बनाने का R, हाथ उठा के बनाने का R डैश CH2 डैश X. Example ethyl iodide. Now the next category. What is the next one? Secondary alkyl halide. So इसको थोड़ा सा डार्क कर देते हैं. Secondary alkyl halide. Okay. Secondary alkyl halide. Definition you can say now. Those alkyl halides in which the halogen atom is attached to a secondary carbon atom, that is that carbon which is directly attached to two other carbon atoms, is called a secondary alkyl halide. Those alkyl halides in which a halogen atom is attached to a secondary carbon, that is that carbon which is directly attached to two other carbon, is a secondary alkyl halide. Now I make the functional group. Carbon having a halogen, दो बॉन्ड खाली छोड़ा, दो शेंडी खाली छोड़ा, कार्बन के लिए एक शेंडी ब्लॉक किया H लिख के. So carbon 4 bonds, one with halogen, one with H, 2 left for carbons, so that it becomes a secondary carbon. General structure, we put one R here, we put one R up, we put the H and we put X. R is root is general representation of carbon. So structure of secondary alkyl halide is R2CHX. Structure of secondary alkyl halide is R2CHX, where the two R can be same or different. Suppose we take an example. Okay. Now here the two R are same. अभी कई लोगों को नाम लिखने में तकलीफ होती है. See, not at all difficult. Suppose I am writing common system. So first thing I have to see is halogen is on which carbon. So halogen is on 2-degree carbon. So I take the prefix sec. Halogen is on 2-degree carbon. So I take the prefix sec. Then I count number of carbon. 1, 2, 3. 3, the word root for 3 is prop. General name is alkyl halide. So the name becomes sec, prop, 3 carbon, sec, propyl, Cl, chloride. So secondary propyl chloride or sec propyl chloride. IUPAC name, we select the long chain. कई लोगों को ये दिख रहा होगा क्योंकि they don't know end है तो bend है, branch नहीं है. So this is not a branch, this is a bend. End है तो bend है. So this is a bend. So long chain is 1, 2, 3. Second carbon has halogen. So 2-chloropropane. That is the IUPAC name. Next we go to tertiary alkyl halides. You can make the definition now. Can you? No? Okay. I think you can. You can say the definition with me. Try. Tertiary alkyl halides are those alkyl halides in which the halogen atom is attached to a tertiary carbon atom, that is that carbon which is directly attached to 3 other carbon atoms. Tertiary alkyl halides are those alkyl halides in which the halogen atom is attached to a tertiary carbon atom, that is that carbon which is directly attached to 3 other carbon atoms. So I go to the functional group. Carbon, 1 bond satisfied by halogen, 1 left for carbon, other left for carbon, other left for carbon. Hydrogen को कुछ नहीं मिला because carbon bonding is over, valencies are over. So this is a tertiary alkyl halide functional group. General structure. On all the 3 shandies, तीनों शेंडी पे हम R attach कर देते हैं. R and dash X. It can be dash, it can be double dash. So R dash R double dash dash X. This is the general structure of tertiary alkyl halide. Okay. Now we go to the example. CH3. छतरी, 3 छतरी ले लेते हैं. बारिश वाला छतरी नहीं है ये. So 3 छतरी dash Br. Now again we write the name, common name. First thing I have to see is halogen is on which carbon. So halogen is on a 3-degree carbon. So we take the prefix tert. Which system is going on? Common system is going on. We took the prefix tert. Common system is going on. In common system, I don't have to see the long chain, the short chain and all that. I have to just count total carbon. So always remember, common system, total carbon. IUPAC system, long chain. Common system, total carbon. IUPAC system, long chain. So now common system. Total carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. For 4, we write but. So the name becomes tertiary butyl bromide. IUPAC name. This is the long chain. Correct? This is the long chain. 1, 2, 3. This is the long chain. 1, 2, 3. So name becomes 2-bromo. 2-methyl prefixes. 2-bromo, 2-methyl. Now the doubt is bromo पहले लिखें कि मिथाइल पहले लिखें. तो नाम सोचने का. In IUPAC system, alkyl halides are called haloalkane. तो halo पहले आता है. So मेरा आंसर 2-bromo, halo पहले लिखो. 2-bromo, 2-methyl propane. So the name becomes 2-bromo, 2-methyl propane. So IUPAC name is 2-bromo, 2-methyl propane. I hope this is clear to you. This is the classification of Wilber. This is the classification of monohalogen derivatives, that is alkyl halides, that is haloalkanes, on the basis of nature of carbon atom. After this, we have to do classification of primary. Primary को further classify कर सकते हैं. कैसे? We check it in the next lecture. Bye bye.